Aloha. I'm Lahaina Lee, and this is your Maui Real Estate Advisor Report for November 2024. Hey, and before we get going here, November has Veterans Day, and I just want to shout out a big mahalo to all of our veterans and all of our members of the armed services. Also, I noticed on my Google Calendar that this is American Indian Heritage Month. And so I thought, since so many of our indigenous peoples of all kinds, are also veterans, why not combine those two things and make a whole month for veterans, armed service, and for indigenous people? And speaking of veterans and armed services, I just found out that my grandson is enlisting in the Navy. So way to go, Kevin. Good on you, and anchors away. So last month, I kind of got on my soapbox a little bit about the draft plan for the Lahaina recovery. I was complaining that earlier in the summer, we were told that we'd have a plan by the fall, and it was October, which is officially fall, and there was no plan. Now there is. So if you're interested in what the recovery plan is for Lahaina, go to this site. This is mauirecovers.org, mauirecovers.org. Go to this tab, click on Ola Lahaina, and scroll down, and you can get a copy of the draft plan. You can also find maps and all kinds of other information on this site. So pro tip, if you want to keep up with Lahaina, this is the best place to get official information. Now let's talk about this draft plan. It's got 40 projects covering everything from water management to street connectivity to something called a business park. Lots of cool stuff, right? But here's the issue. The part everyone cares about is, what's the action plan for Lahaina? Well, it's not really in there. What? The section called Rebuild Lahaina Projects somehow skips the whole rebuild part. No plans for houses, condos, or commercial properties of any kind. Zero, zip, nada. In the meantime, local businesses, entrepreneurs, are fighting to survive. They're doing what entrepreneurs do. They just keep on trucking. Some are relocating. Some are doing pop-ups, like this one at the Sheraton just last week. So this is an event put on by Lahaina Town Action Committee. It's a lot of the store owners from Lahaina. They're able to come in here and do a little bit of a pop-up. It's a lot of work, but everybody wants to keep Lahaina alive. We just want to go home. Now, in case you didn't know, and apparently a lot of people in our local government don't, Maui's economy runs on tourism dollars, and the Hawaii Tourism Authority says visitor numbers to Maui are down about 25%. Local businesses I've talked to say it feels more like 50%. Either way, it's grim, and people here are hurting. And since this is the Maui Real Estate Advisor Report, what does all of that mean for real estate? Well, let's do the numbers. Let's start with condos. Hey, remember 2019, the before times? Well, back then, October saw 129 condos sold. Last month, 64. That's almost exactly half. Coincidence? Not according to our local mom and pop businesses. Pending sales don't really indicate improvement, but they have been consistent for the last 3 months, finishing October with 75. We'd like to see that number continue, but early November is not looking terribly strong. On the supply side, inventory looks like it peaked back in August. It dropped to under 700 condos for sale in October. However, even with that decline, we still have over 10 months of inventory. Now, if you're a bargain hunter, there are currently over 100 properties for sale at $500,000 or less. A $500,000 on Maui sounds like a bargain. there was little change in the average selling price for a condo. And the median selling price dropped below $900,000 again. So there are some good values out there. With higher inventory, stable to declining prices, and motivated sellers, the Maui condo market tilts decidedly in favor of buyers at this time. Hey, buyers, the ball's in your court. With single-family home sales, once again, testing the sentiment of our local business owners, when we look at 2019, they're spot on. In 2019, there were 102 homes sold in October. So what's 50% of that? You are correct, 51. Exactly the number of homes sold in each of the last 2 months. With a current inventory level of 332 homes for sale, we have about 6.5 months of supply. Inventory has remained stable since June, as have sales. Pending sales did get back up into the 130s with 132 in October, so perhaps the sales level will trend up as well. However, in early November, we're seeing inventory trend up a little bit. Pendings appear to be down a little bit, and we still see a mismatch between the price of homes for sale, compared to the price of homes that are selling. The median selling price for a home on Maui dropped back to $1.3 million, matching the median selling price in May. But the median asking price for a home on Maui is still $2 million. The average asking price, $3.6 million. It's like buyers and sellers are living in two different realities. Sound familiar? And while my crystal ball suggests that we're turning a corner and improvement is imminent, it's going to be slow. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Maui's economy runs on visitor dollars. Yeah, some visitors are less than perfect, but the vast majority are respectful of the culture. They support our businesses and our livelihoods. So if you're a regular visitor, consider this your personal invitation from Lahaina Lee. Come back. We miss you. And trust me, the palm trees are still green, the ocean is still blue, and the temperatures, well, they're in the 80s. Well, that's my take on the progress, the economy, and the real estate market here on Maui. Once again, big mahalo to all the veterans and all the members of the armed services. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in below. This is Lahaina Lee from Maui saying aloha.